Hey guys, welcome back. All right, so real quickly, the winners of yesterday's giveaway, and we had several of them. We have Constantina Bellew, we have Rachel Rivera, we have to Jody Foster, and we have Crazy Cosmic Cat. So those are the winners of the scratchets, and then the other one is going to Blood Moon, and so that's the that is the mandala one. Okay, sorry, I had to remember what was in that. All right, you guys, so stick around for the end and I will be doing another giveaway. All of you winners, please do contact me via email. My email is right there in the description box, and let me know where in the world you'd like me to mail your prizes to. Okay, all right, so this reading, honestly, it was just obviously very cold morning when I took my pup out. We went out pretty early today. And it was windy too. And there is such a huge clean feeling. And I was just struck by that today. Everything was so refreshed. I felt lighter. I don't know why, but hopefully some of you are feeling refreshed. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the energy change is. But let's go ahead and see what the dreamer, which is also known as the Fool card, a new start, trust yourself, push your fears aside, take a leap of faith. Well, we start out with a new beginning, and look, he's taking a walk with Lassie. You notice how it's time, right? And it's time because we see that the door of the universe. You've actually walked through a door, whether or not you realize that. In this story, if you feel refreshed, it's because you walked into a new part of your life. You're no longer kind of like floating out there in outer space, wondering what's going to happen next. You're in this lush green place, and dogs represent loyalty. This dog is very attuned to you. So be good to the people that you meet along the way that seem to be like part of your guides. Some of you may have a dog that is more than just a fuzzy pet, like my dog is literally, he's a family member. I mean, I wouldn't go anywhere without him. I'll never go anywhere without him for the duration. It was a big deal when I got him because I knew that I was changing my life forever, because that's how I was raised. We had a dog for 19 years. That was the dog of my life. And now he's the dog of my life as my own, individual dog. And I wouldn't be separated from him for anything. Like, that's just not what you do in my family. So this is perhaps that something's walking beside you in this lifetime. Maybe it is just a sense of like, I want to bring in things that I feel that strongly about. It doesn't have to be a dog. Obviously, I'm using my dog as like a metaphor, but I am explaining, like, it's not just a dog being loyal to their mistress or their person. It's that I hold the same sense of loyalty to my dog. I'm expecting a lifetime with my dog. And this is a newfound sense of maybe belief in things like that of course I want to commit to the things that deserve my commitment. So this Fool card is taking a leap of faith, but it's also taking a leap of faith to go into the unknown, but being committed to that. It's not going out and being like careless about anything. It's actually walking into a time period of more growth, recognizing it, and listening to your guides, listening to the things that show up in your world that start to like guide you and whisper to you that, hey, this is a good thing to put your energy into. Go for that. Go for that dream. So what is this? What is this dream that somebody is having, that somebody is like full on committing to? It is a high priestess. Now, obviously, the high priestess came out in the reverse, right? But I have to be able to read it to you first. So, and I only honor this because although I know what the high priestess means, there's a few extra like little messages on this deck. So meditate and turn inward to discover your soul's true desire. This is not the time for action, developing your intuitive gifts and trust the wisdom you receive. So it's interesting because this says it's time for action. This says it's not time for action, but remember, this came out in the reverse. This is where we actually have already developed our intuitive gifts. That's why we're able to move forward, because the high priestess is about secrets. In the upright, she's keeping secrets from us. In the reverse, All is revealed. We know what we're doing. We're moving forward. We're listening to this. We're listening to that. We are taking steps in a certain direction. Very, very exciting, because this journey is only possible because somebody is very attuned to themselves, very attuned to what their maybe what their purpose is now, where they want to go. You know it all. I mean, well, you don't know it all. None of us know it all, right? But you have a lot of wisdom. Okay, so once again, this card was in the reverse, so we're going to present it that way in just a minute. But a beautiful new emotional experience, a romantic relationship or deep friendship, awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual insights, a love letter, a new home. What's interesting about this is that we might actually recognize that one thing is not for us. That's why we're on a new journey, or this hasn't come in yet. This could be a delay of us finding this, because we're at the start of a new journey. We now know we have to move forward if we're going to get to this. And that also means we may have needed to leave something like that behind. So something that anytime we move forward at all, and you've already walked through a door, you have left behind something that was unsatisfying, is what I want to say, and are on this new adventure, this new journey toward things that are going to be more exciting. Now, I got to get one more out of this deck before I shift, because this looks like, I almost want to say is that we haven't come across this yet. That's what you're looking for. You know that sitting still isn't going to bring this towards you. You have to go out and move toward it yourself. And you're drawn to perhaps doing that. Hang on, too many. Ooh, sorry, this deck is very slick. You're drawn to doing this no matter what. Boy, this is a loud deck too, isn't it? Ooh, once again, sorry guys, we just keep getting like, this is way too many for me to read all at once. So back they go. Can I please just have one more? I feel like we're on the move. It's a new day. It's a new dawn. We're on the move to go towards something that we know is up ahead for us, but we haven't seen it yet. Again, this is in the reverse, but hold on. Negative thoughts manifesting into real challenges, fears surrounding money, reaching out to others for assistance, poor timing. None of this is what we're on. This is in the reverse. There's no more of this loneliness. There's no more of this lack mentality. There's no more of that kind of like, oh, when am I going to have that love? There isn't a love out there for me. You know that none of that's true. That was false. That's the other thing that the high priestess knows. They've recognized the reason I'm on a new journey is because I might have been feeling like I wasn't lovable, or like somebody didn't show up for me and it hurt my feelings. And it makes me question like everything about, is my life ever going to take the direction I want it to? And there can be moments where we feel like we're just down in the dumps and we're feeling like, I don't know that I'll ever be that happy. Maybe I just am not here to be happy. This is that reassurance that you are most definitely here to be happy. And you know it. That's what the high priestess in the reverse is saying. Darling, you're coming out of that little slump. So this is definitely a reading where whatever was sad before is like, that's what the cleanliness was that I think I was describing at the beginning when I went out on that walk this morning. Let's see where we're going. Since we're getting beyond that, I feel like there was a broken heart. I feel like there was a love relationship that didn't happen. Hold on, we lost one. And I was so proud of myself. I hadn't lost any cards lately. Six of Swords. We're totally moving on. This is beautiful. And you've been protected all along. Something that didn't work out, something that was very disappointing, something that was very hurtful. It turns out you were protected from it. If you had been with that person in a long-term commitment or any longer, it might have been really, really destructive. So you were protected. If someone didn't show up for you, it was actually, there was an angelic protection between you and that other life that you could have been living. So you weren't abandoned. You were provided with shelter, and even like a bit of a blockage, like, no, don't look over there. There's nothing to see over there. Just keep moving forward. You're going to be all right. It's funny because the first deck is an angel deck. This deck is not at all, and yet we got an angel out of it. I think that this is, so I'm not an angel person. I don't use that word for my own self or my own personal beliefs. I have a very different belief system than most people, because it's not really a belief system at all. It's more like philosophy. I only explain this to say I can talk about things that I don't necessarily like adhere to myself, because what this represents is the divine stepping in. That's how I interpret it. So please, the only reason I say this is not to challenge you, because please know I accept you and support you in whatever your beliefs are. I think that's the whole point. It's a belief. It's your personal opinion about things, and everyone should have their personal views on things, and that is beautiful. So please know that I don't say anything about myself to challenge you, but rather to let you know that this could be interpreted like literally. If you believe in guardian angels, there you have it. Or if you're more like me, where you don't have that same perspective, but you can still use that term in, more fluid ways, use it that way. However, I just mean that on my channel, nothing is a rigid belief system other than kindness is always necessary. That's probably the only thing that I require here on my channel. Other than that, I support everybody in being exactly who they are, as long as we're respectful and kind and believe in equality. Those are the only things I care about on my channel. Other than that, I hope we're all different. It adds spice, and everybody's got this different dream that they're headed toward. 10 of discs, this 10 of pentacles. No wonder you were protected from something. It might have been something that you could have. Oh, by the way, there's a dog here again. So definitely some of you could have a dog that's like, that concept of what you're loyal to is really important, because you have a tremendous amount to give. When you invest, things grow. When you invest in a person, they shine, they excel. Your precious energy is so beautiful, and the divine wants you to spend your precious energy on things that develop like a huge amount of abundance for you, because your abundance creates more abundance for those around you also. You are not somebody who just does one thing only for themselves. Everything that you put your energy into is going to be successful, including relationships and people, if they are able to reciprocate. It's like you have the potential to match with this perfect person and build more and more and more together. But if you get partnered up with somebody who's just going to drag your energy down, you're going to find that everything you give, it's never enough. You just keep giving and giving, and you just start depleting yourself. It's like draining a battery, And what's so funny is this perfect harmony, as crazy as this is, it's this flying Pegasus with a ram on its back. That's your perfect harmony. Like powerful creatures, right? Both in their own right, powerful creatures, two very distinctly different people coming together that each put their 5 in and make a 10 of pentacles. This is where you're headed. You're headed into adventure. You're headed into, I should mention that the flying horses, the Pegasus in Greek, I'm sorry guys, by the way, for coughing at you. It's just asthma. Those of you who've been with me for a long time, you know that it's just a thing that I got to cope with. So this is, in Greek mythology, Zeus wound up being successful in overthrowing the Titans, the old gods, and having all the Olympian gods be victorious against them once the Pegasus got involved in the fight. So that was a real turning point. This is a heroic moment. This Pegasus represents your heroic moment. There is a stubbornness and a tenacity here also. You have the ability to achieve great, great things. Where you had been had sapped some of your beautiful energy, and that is why the universe stepped in, or that your angels stepped in and said, no, baby, don't look over there to the left anymore. We got to go this way. Bring your sweet little doggy, bring all that loyalty that you have, and I'm going to show you something worthy of being loyal to, because it's something that matches you. It's something that'll be as loyal as you are. It's something where together you can fly really high. My dog is here, like on cue. Hi, Pumpkin. Hi. Sorry, that was unexpected. Hi, my love. Yeah. It's just about time that I take him out. I'm going to go ahead and cut this short because he's important, and he just came in to tell me that he's important. And yeah, he is. So real quickly, sorry guys, maybe I'll do a follow-up later on today. Babe, you're messing up my outfit here. But quickly, here's our giveaway today. Our giveaway item today is, of course, a wolf card. Yes. And inside it is, it's the Virgo. Okay, that's awesome. I'm Virgo. Like serious, huge, huge Virgo. placements. So it's a small little pendant that looks just like exactly like this card. It's a little tarot card of the Hermit. And so there's a little rhinestone on this as well. So anyway, for those of you that either are a Virgo or you like the idea of the Hermit and going deep within and finding what's true for you and finding direction, it is maybe the perfect one for you. So if you want to enter to win, you can just write enter, or if you want to have a little bit more fun, tell me your favorite pet. You don't have to tell me their name, because I know a lot of people use that for their password. You know, you don't have to tell me that, but like, it's because pets seem to be important today. Or maybe I should say, what's a pet that has displayed loyalty in your life, or vice versa? What's a story surrounding that? Because, you know, that sometimes you read those stories where it's like, you know, a pet gets lost and they find their owner, like they travel 300 miles to go hunt down their person, you know, and some people have those real life stories. But if nothing that huge, then just what's a pet that really warmed your heart? It's a nice mindset to put ourselves in. And if your pet is across the rainbow bridge, I send you and your pet lots of love. But yeah, today seems to be about companionship and committing to the right kind of companion. And that is what you are headed toward. So I have to take my little companion because he's chewing on my chair now. Bye, guys. Take care.